moment captured from multiple angles just as the race clock approaches the 4
2 years ago, tragedy struck Boston runners as two brothers placed a bomb near the finish line of the Boston Marathon. We asked 25 individuals from Newton North High School their opinion on the matter.
We can be. Love is free. Free is love.
A minute before the bomb went off, my uncle just crossed the finish line. So I was super excited, and we were running to the finish line to go see him. When the bomb went off, I was jumping off the bleachers and going around this thing that was in the way. So my body was turned away from the bomb, and I couldn't see anything, but I heard a really loud boom, and I fell. And so I was just like, I didn't know what that was, and I was like, turned around, and there was a lot of smoke. And I was like, Mom, that was a bomb. And she was like, no. There was a lot of screaming and running, and they broke down the gates of the marathon, between the runners and the viewers. My uncle finished a minute before, so he was really tired, and he was really tired and exhausted, so they had it in a wheelchair going to a medical tent. And he had no idea that the bomb went off, and he was just really confused because they had to stop everything because everyone in the medical tent was going to the bomb. So he was really confused and really tired and scared.
It was just a tragedy that happened in our area. I feel bad for the families that had the losses that they had. I felt bad for the runners on that day that had worked and trained really hard to accomplish something and suddenly had to stop wherever they were in that race.
I thought it was a foolish act because Boston Marathon is usually to have fun and to do fitness.
I mean, you shouldn't really sabotage one of the biggest events.
I think that the people of Boston Strong has been a great program. Saying that the city of Boston benefited from this is horrible to say. However, I think that the community has come together and has had an appropriate reaction.
Well, the fact that they killed 4 innocent people and injured hundreds others, I think it's no question that he deserves death.
I think it shouldn't be the death sentence. It should be life in prison, though.
Well, I think because the crime is so severe, I think the bomber, he does deserve life in prison with no hope of parole. I think that's a suitable punishment for the severity of his crime. I don't believe in the death penalty, so I don't think that's an option ever. But I think life in prison, no hope of parole, and then possibly periods of time like solitary confinement. I think what he did is so severe, there's no hope for redemption for him.
I think he should get the death penalty for sure. Crimes like that, I just don't want to see that person alive anymore.
Personally, I think life in prison and death penalty are kind of the same thing. If anything, death penalty is merciful in my opinion. I'd rather die than have to spend my entire life within the confines of a prison.
I feel that if he should be in prison for the rest of his life and that he should have that time to reflect on his actions. But a death penalty is a quick answer, and I don't think that's the right answer.
Cicero of the late Roman Republic teaches that solus populi est suprema lex. That means that the safety of the people is the highest law. So yes, I think that he should be removed from society. However, I do not think that we should kill him. I believe that he has committed something. I think that just killing him would be too easy. I think that he should spend some time in prison and really think about what he did and how many lives he has affected.
That I look forward to every year. I train throughout the year. I guess everybody has their own sense of spirit for training for the marathon. When you get to the marathon and you cross that finish line, there's a real sense of accomplishment because you've done something that is very important to you. So it's your spirit. It might not be important to somebody else. So I think everybody got more and more determined to run that next year. I know that's how I felt. I felt like, you know what? These guys took our flipping day. They took the day that's a part of our history, and they screwed it up. And they destroyed it, but they're not going to destroy it forever. My sense is if he goes to jail, he probably won't last because you don't blow 8-year-old boys up and live long in jail. That's my sense. So either way, I think he's going to meet his maker.